He was like, can I speak to the owner? And I was like, you're speaking to her. And he was like, are you serious? He actually looked at me. He was like, are you serious? Welcome to Motherhood, Aligned and Assigned, where we help guide mothers from symptoms to solutions.
We're Dr. Serena and Dr. Veronica Schultz, nervous system specialists helping families discover the missing link in their wellness journey.
Join us as we translate complex health challenges into simple, actionable solutions for you and your children.
Because your family deserves to thrive,
not just survive.
Hello, everyone. Today we have a little bit different of a podcast, and we brought our doctor friend, Dr. Chantal, on to chat with us. That's literally all we're going to do. We're just going to chat because we have some stuff in common that maybe someone will be interested in. But Dr. Chantal practices in Tullahoma, Tennessee at StartWell Chiropractic. And what we have in common is that the three of us are all solo docs. We run our own businesses, we run the show, and we also have kids. And that's not super common. So often, which is really cool, I mean, good for these people. A female doc who has her own practice is also operating that practice with their husband, or she's an associate. I feel like a lot of female docs are just associates, and not to say just associates, but what we're doing is mildly insane, is what I feel like sometimes.
Yeah.
And they're not being insane. Good for them.
And I feel like this episode was inspired because last week we were like, we're moms and we're business owners and we're doctors. And like, I feel like we called this podcast Motherhood, Aligned and Assigned, right? But we don't always talk about that part of things. And so we wanted to bring our friend on because it's like, hey, we all three are out here doing the things and we want to chat about it.
Yeah. Dr. Chantal, how did you decide, like, I'm going to start my own thing? Because you were an associate.
I was an associate, yeah. And it was honestly always a goal of mine. Actually, in chiropractic school, I was like, I'm not governable. I need to go do my own thing. I can't have a boss. But then I realized, in chiropractic school, you just don't learn that much about all that, right? Yeah. And I was like, I am not taking that risk right now. I need to get some reps under me. So that's why I decided to become an associate. But during that time, I knew my time would be finite. I didn't know how long it would be. I had a 2-year contract. I was like, am I going to renew it? Am I going to keep going for another few years? What am I going to do? And honestly, just a year in as an associate, I was like, nope, this is time for me to open a practice. And so I finished my contract. I was like, I'm not just going to leave. But I finished my contract and I did 2 years plus about I did several months of internship as well. So I spent about 2.5 years at that practice. And then was like, okay, I'm doing this. Lord willing, he will cover me the whole time. And he has.
He has. You're feeling it.
Yeah.
At least what I see on social media.
I know. I break down every month. It's all right. My husband gets to see it. Where I'm like, you guys understand, that's why you're laughing. About halfway through the month, I go, what am I doing? This is not going to work. And he's like, calm down. And then at the end of the month, I'm like, oh yeah, it worked. And then we just kind of do this over and over again. But it's getting more comfy now that we just finished our 10th month.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Yeah, September is our anniversary. September 15th is our official start day.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
awesome.
so... yeah, and we're doing really good. I've been able to pay my bills every month, and that was always my goal, my top goal. Pay the bills, and then everything else is
be in the black.
Yeah, so I jumped into it. I was like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm kind of going in blind, but I've done that a lot. I went into chiropractic school not knowing what to expect as well. So, and I was a mom starting chiropractic school. I was kind of one of the, there's only a few of us in my class. I know in the school as well, it's kind of more unusual, especially for the moms, because it's more usual for the dads or having babies there. But as a mom starting chiropractic school with 3 kids who were 2, 4, and 8 at that point.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. People
that would be harder.
It was,
I feel like
I don't know.
Well, because your time was so called for in school. Like you're going to be here from 8 to 5.
Yeah.
And your 2-year-old is going to have something to say about that.
Yeah.
Actually, your 4-year-old probably had more to say about that.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe the 8-year-old, because she had spent the most time.
Yeah.
So what did you do before school?
I was a stay-at-home mom.
Oh, I was wondering.
Yeah.
That's so wild.
My husband was in the military, so we basically switched roles. And he stayed home, and I went to work/school. and still what we do now. But yeah, I was a stay-at-home mom. I followed him in his military career and volunteered and took care of the kids and had babies, 3 babies. And yeah, but during that time, when my middle child was 6 months old, was when I got the idea to become a chiropractor. And I still had to wait a few years for him to finish his military to be able to do that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What did you do before kids?
So we were in college together. So I did that and, little odd jobs there. And then I just worked on base while he was in the military, just doing some random jobs. I didn't actually do anything with my career. I was actually supposed to join the Army. So my original goal, was to join the Army, but I got injured.
But you're not governable.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. I couldn't run anymore, though. That was the biggest problem. I couldn't run, and I got injured, really bad plantar fasciitis that really messed up my feet. And so they basically medically discharged me. And so I went that's where I met my husband, was in Army ROTC with him. And so instead of going off to do that, I became a wife trying to flounder. I got a degree in history. Like, what are you supposed to do with that? And I just got some odd jobs.
Trivia nights?
Yeah, pretty much. I love history, so it works. Then I got pregnant. I mean, I had my daughter when I was 24. So I graduated college at 22, did some jobs. As soon as I got pregnant, we knew I was going to be a stay-at-home mom. And so I just quit my job. I was like, deuces, and decided to just take care of babies the whole time.
Yeah.
Nice. I also got pregnant when I was 24.
Yeah.
In chiropractic school.
Yeah,
I think I turned 25 right before I had my daughter. So.
Yeah, I turned 25 when I had Hadley.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm a fan of that.
And you are a fan of that?
Yeah, getting babies done out of the way in your 20s.
Yeah. I find it, so here in the West, say Idaho has a lot of influence from California and all of that. I'm a very young mom here.
Okay.
Like moms because I just turned 30 and I have a 5-year-old. That's my oldest. The moms that I find with kids that are Hadley's age are like closer to 40.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I'm in a different bracket.
It is the opposite here. Like, people are having their babies in the South.
I was gonna say, I'm turning 30 this year, and I feel like I'm like old.
Don't say that. I'm 39, so. But I have a 14-year-old. She'll be 15 in December, so here we are.
Wow. That's gonna be me in 10 years.
Yeah, it's
9
weird.
years. Not trying to within you.
I feel like I'm 15 still. I never remember.
50?
15. I feel like a teenager sometimes.
I know, right? Like, who lets me do all this stuff?
I know, like, we own businesses.
Unaccompanied.
I like lock up my door sometimes, and like there are people like watching, kind of eating their smoothie bowls. I'm like, I wonder if they think that I belong here. They're like, what is that child doing?
Well, I will tell you, because this is our 2-year anniversary. Our anniversary happens in October, so pretty soon after yours, it'll be 2 years. And one time there's like an AT&T guy that came in. He was like, "Can I speak to the owner?" And I was like, "You're speaking to her." And he was like, "Are you serious?" He actually looked at me. He was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want from me?" So it is funny. It's just a different...
Yeah.
I feel like I'm excited for my 30s because I'm like, when people start taking me seriously, everyone just calls me a baby.
Probably. I don't know. Like, people still like, if I tell them how old I am, most of the time it's like, really? I thought you were younger. And I'm like, thank you. No. I mean, I've had people, a couple years ago being like, I thought you were in like your early 30s. And I was like, I have a 14-year-old. I guess that's not unusual here, but
guessed.
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't mean anything in Tennessee. Like, you could have had the baby. Yeah.
And look at me now.
Very
right?
interesting.
So, yeah. So
still looking 30.
Now, almost 40. My husband just turned 40. So here we are. And we just, I just did that. I was a doula, though. So there was, talking about my career path.
That's right.
I became a doula after the birth of my firstborn. So I did that for a few years into having my second child, and then just juggling. That was very difficult. And then I decided at that point I was going to be a chiropractor, so I kind of let that fade away. But yeah, I was a doula for a few years.
Wow.
Which was...
I don't feel like moms are doulas for very long. Most moms.
Yeah.
The hours are so tough. You have to have a husband with a lot of flexibility too, I feel like.
That was my biggest problem.
Or like grandma's on standby or something.
Yeah, it was, childcare was the hardest thing because luckily when I was starting it, I had found another military wife with no kids who was on call. I was like, I have a birth, and I would call her at 2 a.m. and she would come. But that was still very difficult, and I paid her very well. So I
Wow.
basically made no money being the doula. It was just fun.
It's like, wait, she's free. Why doesn't she just go over?
Yeah, right.
It was like, who's paying who?
It was It was an experience. It was definitely what launched me to chiropractic, though, because I thought about what else can I do to help moms and children and babies, and then I thought about becoming a midwife. But again, the hours that kind of got me, and I like to sleep. I was really like, I don't like to not sleep. So then chiropractic, God's like, here you go, and put that in my head.
So that's what I was gonna ask. So did you like have an encounter with a chiropractor, or you literally were just like, this is what I'm gonna do?
Kind of. My husband, when he was about 24, injured his back, blew out a disc jumping out of airplanes in the Army. And he would come home from work and just lay on the couch and just be gone, like could not move. And I said, you are too young for this. This is not normal. And I had remembered my dad going to chiropractors back when I was a child. I had remembered going with him, and I popped in. I had never been. And I was like, maybe you should go to a chiropractor. And my husband's like, they're witch doctors. Why would we go to one? But I made him go. And this is in Hawaii. And Dr. Anderson, shout out to him. He actually went to Cleveland. And and he did all his magic on my husband and like really helped him. And after that, we were hooked. I got pregnant. He adjusted me during pregnancy. My daughter was still breech. I couldn't get her to turn. Not that chiropractic is going to like turn my baby, but definitely I felt it. Yeah. During pregnancy. And so I kind of went spotty, but really believed in it. I wasn't very crunchy before having my daughter. I wasn't holistic. I was very medically minded. That's how my family grew up. And so we shifted to that with the birth of my daughter, and it opened up a whole new world. And then eventually is like chiropractic.
Yeah. I don't think it's like anyone truly know what crunchy means if they don't have a kid. It's like, I think that's the only reason you become crunchy.
Yeah.
Is to protect your children.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, well, and I feel like it definitely adds a different layer, because I feel like I started to head that direction, and then I kind of went crazy when I had my daughter. It was like a whole other set of conversations that I never thought I'd have to have.
I mean, I drank a Diet Coke today, so that's how on the other side I went, where I'm like, I'll do mostly crunchy stuff. My kids don't get any medications, and they're adjusted, but I'm going to drink a Diet Coke sometimes. So here we go. Like, this is where I went. So
I mean, there's some rabbit holes that advocate for Diet Coke.
Yeah.
As
There's
crunchy
a rabbit hole
people.
for everything.
There's a rabbit. And I'll go down that one because I like it.
I'll send you the link.
Yeah. But now as a mom, like, I mean, my kids I'm actually having them on my schedule today at 3:15. They're all coming.
Oh, good for you.
Yes, because I don't like adjusting them at home. And I was like, can you just bring everybody? Like, it's the worst.
My husband's like, it's 8:30 bedtime, time for adjustments.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mine does that too. I'm like, no, I don't. No, I'm not a fan. Not doctor.
I'm open until 7. So, like, if you don't get in the office, you don't get one.
Yeah. It's just something different about being on the table. So everyone's going to get their adjustments, and I get to see my family, which is nice. I mean, my boys are homeschooled, so my husband can bring them by pretty frequently. And my daughter goes to school, but I drive her to school. I mean, she's on summer break, but during the school year, I drive her to school. So I get that time with her. So being able to figure out when to get that time with the kids when you're, working full time.
Yeah.
That's a juggle.
How does it feel? How does it having a practice with a little bit more flexibility in hours that you built the hours of your practice? How does that feel different from school hours?
You know what? They're kind of similar at this point because
Did you start school during COVID?
I started January 2020. So first trimester, right when COVID started.
Yeah.
I think I was like, what, a trimester ahead of you? Not you, Serena. Veronica? Were we
that makes sense.
Yeah, I started in May.
Yeah, so I was just a trimester ahead of you.
But then I stayed an extra trimester. I always get confused because I like stopped halfway and went to a different class because I took a trimester off. So after I had my daughter.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And we went on that spring break, try 3, and didn't come back. So I started the September before you guys.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So that helped. Well, and then I got pregnant, try 4. So that was kind of helpful for me because then there was some flexibility after I had Hadley to trickle back in.
Yeah, that's not. We literally went back full time when I had my daughter. Love that for me.
Yeah.
It's great.
No,
I smuggled Hadley in for a while.
it would. I did not like doing school at home, working at home. I still don't like to work at home because if I'm home, that's like I'm mom versus when I'm at the
I don't know how
office, I
people
can
do
do
it.
No, me neither.
We talk about that all the time about how moms that bring their kids to the office, and we're just like I tried, and I think my brain broke. I was like, how?
I've had
my kids don't understand.
Yeah, my husband says my daughter needs to start working for me, and I'm like, no, I can't have her here. I don't. I know there's tax benefits to that, but she's not gonna. She's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
I tried having my sister. I had my sister work for me for a little bit, and that.
Oh wow!
I bid her adieu recently. So
fired.
Yeah, I think when my kids are present, my brain also just shifts into mom mode.
Yeah,
and it like tries to prioritize that, and I'm like, I'm sorry, patience. My brain does not care about you as much.
Yeah, and I think that's like a mom thing because I think the dudes can like, this is what I'm doing, but us women tend to have everything going on. And then if our kids are there, that's like automatically our bodies shift into that mode of like, that is my primary role is being mother to those children. And so I can't do both. It's like, if they're there, I adjust them and then I send them on their way. And then I get back into, I'm at the office and I'm doctor.
Yeah, that's really nice. What I'm struggling with right now is like, okay, my clinic schedule is 70% full, which is like, and it's not like I have massive chunks of time that are empty. It's just like, well, where's my CEO time?
That's been hard for me too, because we just hit 50% capacity, and now I'm like, wait, I don't have an hour in the middle of the day? What do you mean? Which I'm so thankful for. But yeah, the
trade-offs then is like, when do I like work on the business?
Yeah.
Because I can't go home and do that. Also, like I get home and like my body's just done.
Yeah.
Like I've adjusted people all day. And then like I roll into like, okay, we're doing dinner and bedtime, and then it's like 8:30 or 9, and like, oh, that I told myself I was gonna work on this website or marketing or make this video. I was like, I'm not doing that. So when am I gonna do that?
Now my time is Tuesday mornings because we're closed Tuesday mornings, and then Friday I'm only open for 2 hours, and then I kind of do cleanup stuff after that. But I try not to spend too much time on Friday after work either. But it's like, you gotta slip it in where you can. And I was just thinking that because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have this huge list. How am I supposed to do all this stuff?
I don't know. Slowly. Just really slowly.
We figured it out.
I tell my team, we have team meetings on Tuesdays, and I tell my team like, okay, because I just signed up for PXME, so they like help with all this marketing and building it out though. Like, I'll see you in a year when I'm ready to launch this campaign.
Took me months to do that, months and months and months. So just take
great.
I enjoy it. I haven't seen the return yet in people. I think they're getting, how people are with their emails. I think that's it. They just don't look at their emails enough. But I have a workshop happening next week, and so I have people funneling into that, and I sign myself up so I can see the emails as well. And they are really good, organized, and I don't have to think about it. So that is a plus.
No, that is a big deal.
Yeah.
Working on it. Well, tell us how your workshop goes. I'm curious.
I will. It's a Birth and Beyond workshop, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, yay! That's exciting.
Yes, because we're going into fall with a bunch of pregnancies, and I'm really want to get those moms under regular care because they need it.
Yes, they're the best. And that's why you started.
Yep. That's for
that's
the moms
and
the baby.
You decided PX? Like, how did you just jump in?
I dabbled in it, and then I had to stop because I was really realizing this is what I love, but it wasn't aligning with the other practice I was in. And then about a year later, I dove into it and was like, yes, this is everything. It's the right energy. It's the right science. It's the right community. Everything aligned to where like it fit my personality perfectly. And
I could see that.
And just everything aligned really well. And I like the communication style, and I like the graphics, and I like how it's advanced and futuristic, and they're into AI and they're with the times versus like, I'm trying to catch up instead. And so, constantly innovating and wanting to do, and the service mindset of it is great. So that's why I ended up going all in. And Dr. Tony called me relentless this weekend, which I appreciated. So
yes, thank you for hosting.
I know. I was like, I don't deserve to be here. And he's like, you were relentless. I'm like, okay, thank you. So I'm part of the Brick Builders crew now, which is
That's exciting.
an honor. Yeah, I don't feel like I deserve to be there as like a
10
new
months
doc.
in. That's amazing.
Yeah, they, I don't know. They let me in.
They
let me in.
Snuck in the door.
Yeah,
Rightfully so.
Really just hitching my wagon to that because I just truly believe in their mission and everything they do.
Yeah, it all circles back to where you started as a doula.
Yeah.
Right, and serving families in that way.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and I feel like PX is the only one doing this full send.
Yeah.
Right, like this is our mission: is serving families at like the upstream.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And community for the doctor was really important. I was part of other organizations and trying to find doctors who align with me, who can just answer my questions with no judgment or anything, which is so hard to find elsewhere because we are all kind of like in our own bubble versus this. We're all just like, we're doing this together. Let's go.
Yeah.
I appreciate the support I've gotten in PX from everybody, from them at the top down to the newest people has been unmatched. And I think that's important as a doctor. Especially like kind of a newer doctor, you're only in practice for a few years and my practice is newer. So 100%.
I think it's perfect. It's the perfect amount of like support for the non-governable people.
Exactly. Because we're all, I got an ADHD diagnosis. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't tell me what to do. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm diagnosed.
Don't tell me what to do, but I do love that framework. So thank you.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
So lots of suggestions.
Yeah, like you can't tell me what to do, but I will do it. So that's how I am.
Yeah. You've done it very well. That's the thing. You've done it incredibly well. That's like, okay, I will copy that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I liked about PX because I just did what they told me to do. I was like, this makes sense. It has been proven. Let's go. And I don't really stray too much off of it. I do my own thing on a few things, but it's everything else has worked. So why mess with it?
Yeah. Especially when you're a mom juggling all these other things.
Yeah. One thing you
don't
can't
have time.
Right.
Yeah. You have to reinvent the wheel. Cool.
Exactly. Yep.
All right.
I better go. I got doctor time. Let's do this again. This is fun.
Okay,
yes,
we will.
Please.
We'll have like a good topic.
Yeah.
To like jump into. Like we want. If you ever have like a clinical case you want to broadcast to the world, let us know.
Okay, that sounds fun.
We have like this tiny percentage of the world at our fingertips.
Thank you for joining us on Motherhood, Aligned and Assigned.
We hope today's episode helped you connect the dots in your family's health journey.
Remember, this is where nervous system health meets motherhood wisdom.
Until next time, we're Dr. Veronica Schiltz.
And Dr. Serena Kaufman, supporting you as you nurture your family's well-being.
Because when you're aligned, everyone thrives.